So let's now continue. Right, so here's your laboratory number. What is this? Laboratory number 16, right? So na-download ko na siya. So I will already open it para makasave tayo ng time. So in this laboratory, you're going to explore the Cisco intent-based networking website. Okay. And then in part 2, you'll learn about introduction to intent-based networking with Cisco DevNet. Of course, you're going to use your own product. Okay, para of course, mas maraming gumamit ng product, mas mataas yung earnings. And then the last one is explore IBM community requests and share your own, right? So here's the scenario or the background. So today the network connects everything. What if the network could constantly adapt, protect, and notify based off the intent of the business owner? Okay. So with an intent-based network, based on an open platform, the network can capture business intent and align the end-to-end network with that intent to bridge the gap between what the business needs and what the networks delivers. Okay, so required sources, so all you need to do or you need to have is your computer, and of course that is connected with the internet. So here's the part 1. So in here you're going to explore the website of intent-based networking. So basically just visit this website and then you have to answer this question. So from this website, what is intent-based networking, which is super easy. And then list at least 2 reasons for using IBM from this website also. All right. And then in part 2, okay, so this one is introduction for the Cisco DevNet. Right, so just go to this website to go to the Cisco blog. Okay, and then of course you're going to be asked again. So what is the first step to get started and hands-on with the coding with the use of Cisco DevNet? Okay. Second one is with IBM in use. What should happen if a business owner specifies an intent to the network? Okay, also came from this website. And then lastly is you're going to explore the IBM community request and share your own. Okay, so just go to this website and then it will lead you to the, it's like, exchanging of ideas between businesses or businessmen rather. So after reading through some of the intents built by community members, okay, so napakaraming members dyan. So maybe, I don't know, 10,000 or 5,000 more or less. So pick 2 intents that interest you and list them below. So hanap kayo ng mga intent ng mga member doon na sa tingin is parang interesting or napakaganda ng idea. Okay, so just list it here and then list it another intent that you have interested with. Okay, so dalawang intent yung hahanapin nyo or dapat na interest kayo coming from that website. And then step number 2 is now like opinionated. So sa inyo na to. So create your own intent wish on the Cisco DevNet website and post it below. So what is the title that you have posted and then what is the details that you have posted? All right. And then the reflection. So can you think of other use cases for intent-based networking than what you have found in the 3 websites? Okay, so lahat kasi yun parang related with IBM. Iba, yung isa actually more on introduction. The second one is the IBM that is being used by the Cisco. And then the third one is exchanging of ideas between businessmen. So can you still think of other use cases? So kung meron pa, so just put it here. Okay, so dapat meron kayong sagot. Hindi pwedeng none. Sobrang dali naman kapag none, di ba? So try to brainstorm, okay? So you must have an answer in this block. And then lastly is what type of programming skills do you think you'll need to deploy intent-based networks? So just put here your programming skills that you'll be needing. Okay? So that's it for laboratory number 16. Any question or clarification so far?
None.
Alright, so how about the others? Nan, sabi ni Mr. Kagiwa.
None, sir.
Wala
Answer.
po, sir.
Kaya, sige.
Answer.
Alright, so last one is the summary. Okay. So actually, kahit walang summary, alam nyo na kagad yun. So ulitin ko lang, we've started with automation wherein, of course, it now becomes automatic with the use of sensors or switches. Okay. And then, pag sinabi natin automation, it eliminates the intervention of humans. So it's completely with the machine only or the robot. Next one is AI. So AI again is the intelligence or artificial intelligence which it tries to mimic human being. Okay, and then from that AI, so it can be done so by with the use of machine learning or machine only. So kapag machine lang, of course, kung ano yung program mo, yun yung gagawin niya. Okay, as an AI. But right now, we already have the machine learning wherein that machine has a lot of sensors wherein it can gather data and then it can analyze those data and then think of something na pwede niyang magamit in his daily life. So of course, kapag lagi niyang nakikita yon, so maybe, gano'n naman yung tao eh. Kapag lagi niya nakikita to, so parang ibig sabihin, normal lang yun. Okay lang yun na gawin. Okay? So of course, kapag lagi niya nakikita is magagandang bagay, yun yung gagawin niya. And kapag lumaki naman siya, hindi naman lumaki. Pag nandun siya sa lugar na, let's say, pinapakita mo lagi yung patayan, suntukan, so yun din yung gagawin niya, okay? Sakaling hindi na program yung properly, kung sakaling program lang ng programmer na kung ano yung lagi niya nakikita, yun yung gagawin. Right? So of course, that all still depends on the program. So many of these tasks have ML, which is a subset of AI that uses statistical techniques to give computers the ability to learn from their environment migrated from AI to machine learning. So ito yung crucial part, yung statistical techniques. So dapat sobrang solid ng algorithm mo dito. Okay, para masabi natin perfect siya to mimic a certain human. Alright? So the next topic that we've discussed is the IBN, wherein, again, IBN is made for businessmen, for business networks that will be integrated with IoT devices. Okay, so pag sinabi natin IoT devices, so syempre connected na siya sa cloud-based service and then remote offices in a way that it is relevant and responsive to business. Okay, so again, intent-based networking is made for businesses networks. Okay, para mas ano ba yung intent mo, ano ba yung kailangan mo, and so on and so forth. And then lastly is how intent-based networking is related or linked with AI and then with the machine learning. Okay. So again, we're using three elements para ma-maintain natin yung integrity ng intent-based networking natin. So we have the assurance, translation, and then the activation. So assurance is end-to-end. So kino-confirm ng bawat isa. So from IP products, yung, let's say yung Cisco, Cisco DevCon ba yun? Kalimutan. Ito, Cisco DNA. So, Digital Networking Architecture. So, from there, dapat nag-o-offer sila ng kung ano yung ina-expect ng customer or ng mag-subscribe, dapat mabibigyan na lang output na kailangan ng customer. And then, translation is now like accepting or configuring whether you will adapt that one to your program or not, or system or not. Okay, and then lastly is activation. So, kung kailan mo siya i-activate, or kung kailan mo siya officially papaganahin mo sa system. Right? So that's it for this chapter. So short lang siya. Hindi siya ganun kadami actually. So I thought dun sa module 2 natin is mag-i-start na tayo gamitin yung virtual laboratories natin. So ito nga pala yung yan, kung saan nanggaling ito. Okay, sa Cisco rin naman kung sakaling enroll kayo doon, so pwede nyo visit anytime. Pwede nga kayo mag-advanced learning. Mas maganda kapag nag-advanced learning kayo. So that's it for chapter 4. And going back to what I'm saying a while ago, so gamit yung Python, okay? Kasi nasabi ko last meeting, last meeting, na yun yung gagamitin natin para mag-program ng mga sensors. Akala ko we can program a sensor manually with the use of simulator. Pero, parang more on kwan lang pala sila. Parang i-configure mo lang sila. There's really no programming. Okay, so readily made na sila for that purpose. So all you need to do is connect and then configure it, and then i-connect mo lang siya sa home gateway, and then you can access it with the use of tablet or smartphone as long as working yung connection nyo. And that's it. So working na siya as a smart door, working na siya as smart window. So supposedly, kung titignan nyo, sa smart window pa lang, okay, yung sensor na ginamit doon is pwedeng meron silang servo motor. So I hope narinig nyo na yun. Of course, may servo motor, may capacitor, may mga resistor, and so on and so forth. So parang ganun sana. Okay, gagamit tayo ng Blackly kung anong gagawin niya every 10 seconds, and such and so on and so forth. Pero, yun nga, pahapyaw lang pala yung lahat. Okay. Because me myself haven't finished or creating your module pa. Kasi akala ko, tutuloy-tuloy niyo yun on how to, create or how to implement a certain IoT device. But in here, mostly parang basics kung ano yung mga idea kung saan mo ba pwedeng gamitin to, bakit mo gagamitin to, and then ano pa ba? Well, actually, yun lang naman. Okay, so it's like more of the history, and then yung mga new technologies na pwede natin gamitin on how to implement this IoT. Okay, so with that being said, so I'm afraid that you will be able to experience it na in actual na gumawa kayo ng IoT devices. But I found a way, so kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, I found a way wherein we can use your smartphone. Okay, so as long as your smartphone can connect to the internet, then you're good to go. And then as long as the sensors of your smartphone is working properly. So ano ba yung mga sensor na yun? Yung camera, yung audio, ano pa ba? Yung microphone, yung gyro sensor niya, yung accelerometer na tinatawag natin. And ano pa ba? Yung barometer, yung temperature, kung meron man, kasi sa akin meron yata temperature check to. Paano mo i-check yung temperature. And so on and so forth. So kung ano yung mga pwede pa natin makuha na data coming from your cellphone. Alright? So, may nahanap akong application which is the cloud sensor. So, pakita ko lang dito. Cloud sensor. Ba? Check natin kung ito yung magpapakita. As IoT. So wait lang hinahanap ko yung nakita kong tutorial, which is very good actually. Smartphone na ito. Smartphone as IoT. Smartphone, modify. Yeah, I think this one. So I would like you guys to watch this one. Okay, so ito is galing sa Software AG University Relations. So ang title nito is Turn Your Smartphone into an IoT Device in Only 1 Minute. Okay, so actually 5 episodes to. So ito yung pinakauna kung paano nyo siya magagawa as an IoT device. So panoorin lang natin. Anyway, can you guys hear what is this man trying to say? Narinig nyo ba?
Sir, mahina.
Mahina, no? So, ipapakita ko na lang siguro yung mga ibang part. Okay? And then, i-rewatch nyo na lang ulit. Okay? So, don't worry. Madali lang siyang i-search. So, smartphone as IoT, and then magpapakita na to. So, again, I repeat, it came from Software AG University Relations. And then, ito yung title. Turn your smartphone into an IoT device in only 1 minute. So, bakit ito yung napili ko? Kasi, yan, instead of using a sensor, so tanggalin ko na lang yung voice niya para hindi kami magsapawan. So again, instead of using those sensors, so as you can see, tinabilang niya, okay, hindi mo nakakailanganin yun, okay? Especially ngayong pandemic kasi nakakatakot lumabas, di ba? Bibili ka pa ng sensor, tapos gagastos ka pa ng 5,000 ka na lang, mag-Arduino ka pa, and so on and so forth. So ang kinaibahan lang naman doon is i-upload nyo yung data. Okay? So instead sa physical computer nyo, sa server nyo mismo siya i-upload. Okay? So hindi lang siya basta server. So may mga server tayo na made for reading and fetching of a data. Wherein naka-table na siya. Okay? Pero dito talaga sobrang simple ng implementation kasi made siya para sa smartphone. Pero kapag galing pa siya sa sensor mismo, so ibang usapan na naman yun. Okay? So with that way, dapat ma-experience talaga siya in actual. Pero hindi ko naman siya nire-required. Okay? That is only if you have the money. Okay? So I highly suggest na i-try nyo siya. Okay? Mag-umpisa kayo sa sensor muna, smart sensor na pwede siguro yung servo motor, smart light, yung kapag natamaan ng ilaw, mamamatay yung ilaw, yun. Photoresistor yung tawag doon. So may mga ganong klase. So kinaibahan lang naman is manggagaling or maisisave yung data nyo sa server. So I hope that idea is clear. Manggagaling siya sa server, papunta sa mga display outputs natin. So pwedeng, or mostly, ito naman yung gamit, to read the outputs from those sensors. Smartphone, kasi yun yung lagi nating hawak. Yung iba naman is with the use of smartwatch. Pero kakunti lang gumagamit nun kasi nga, iba naman yung watch nila, or kung sakali naman, walang pambili ng watch na gano'n kasi mahal yung mga gano'n. Diba? Okay, so pakita ko lang yung una niyong gagawin. So yan, sabi niya you can use your microphone, your location. Hindi ko na alam kung ano tong iba. Pero let's say, mga sensors to, okay, na meron na mismo sa cellphone natin. Alright? So instead of using those physical sensors, we can have or we can use the sensors of our smartphone. Alright? So ito yung application na kailangan natin gamitin or kailangan yung gamitin para ma-connect natin yung smartphone natin sa computer natin. Okay? Sa mismong laptop natin or sa mismong desktop natin. So first, i-download nyo muna to, Cloud Sensor app. Okay. So, yon. Pangalawa, pag na-download nyo na is connect to an IoT platform. So, how do we connect? So, sinasabi niya kung ano yung mga features ng Cloud Sensor app. Ito, meron tayong 2 ways para makapag-avail ng account. Oops. So, meron tayong for education package or meron tayong free trial. Okay, so for education package, so pwede ito sa students and faculty. Well, pwede nyo piliin to, pero sa akin yung pinili ko is ito. Kasi pag ito yung pinili nyo, mas marami kayong fill upan. Okay, mas mahaba yung process. Pero ang kailangan lang naman natin is like a short demo. Actually, patapos na yung SEM na to ngayon. Parang 2 weeks na lang and then patapos na. So, this free trial is already enough, which is same lang din naman dito. Ang kaibahan lang is kung nag-create ako ng faculty members, okay, as a faculty ako, pwede ko kayang i-register mismo. Ako na mismo magre-register sa inyo. And then, all you need to do is, give your ID number and then i-register ko kayo dun sa cloud server ko. So, ako lang may hawak ng cloud server. Pero, since gusto ko ma-experience nyo, kayo mismo, yung mga-experience nung kung paano ba yung magpapakita dun sa cloud mismo, so pwede nyo gamitin to free trial. So, ikaw na yung gagawa ng data, ikaw na magsasend ng data, or mag-create ng data, ikaw na rin yung makakakita ng data. Okay? Gamit tong free trial. So this 30-day free trial is already enough. Okay? Gawa lang kayo ng account. Okay? Just make sure, okay, ito lang yung dapat yung siguraduhin. Wag kayong maglalagay ng personal information regarding with you. Okay? So yung gamit ko nga sa akin, so check ko lang kung naka-login pa ba yan. Yung gamit ko doon. Yung website yun. Velocity ba yan? Yata. Check natin pa. So, ito yung website nila. Ito yung parang cloud server nila ng Hemodosity IoT, which is galing dito sa ito. So, medyo matagal. Anyway, so wait lang natin. And then, so yan, sinasabi niya na after niya mag-sign up, mag-login lang kayo, blah, blah, blah. And then, yan, malilid kayo dito. Hindi ko alam kung kita nyo pa to. Ayan, lakayan ko na lang. So, once na meron na kayo account sa Cumulocity, ito, yan. Ko-connect nyo na lang yung smartphone nyo. Okay, so, i-open nyo yung Cloud Sensor app and then pwede nyo i-scan. Well, in my case, hindi gumagana yung scan. So, ang ginawa ko is yung manual. Okay, may option naman na pwede nyo gawin yung manual. So, sa kanya gumagana. I don't know because maybe this one is outdated already. Though, I think this one is 2019. Check na natin. Yeah, 2019. December 2019. Pero yung barcode nila is hindi na gumagana. So, after nyan, actually, may another authentication na, yun, basta parang double authentication siya. So, first, i-register mo yung phone mo. And then, second is i-connect mo siya doon sa cloud server mo as a device. Right? So, once you're done with that, yun na yan actually. Okay, so, ipakita ko lang kung ano yung teka lang. Meron na. So, yung gamit ko yan. So, kung papansin nyo, C is Slayer. So, customer yung pangalan ko and then Slayer yung last name ko dito. So, kahit ano namang account name, ang kailangan naman natin is yung free trial version para hindi risky yung mga personal informations natin. So, i-login ko lang para mag-sync siya dito sa cloud server. So, are you guys still there? Nakikinig pa ba kayo?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so kung papansinin nyo, ito yung naka-register under my devices. So, nandito lang ako sa all devices. Alright? So, just wait a second. Online na ba? So, check natin sa home kung connected na ba siya. Yan. So, as you can see, ito yung pinaka-minor na pwede nyong makuha kaagad-agad. Kasi naka-agad yung location ko. Hindi ko lang kita nyo. Ay, nawala. Wala. Hirap. Pero ganito rin yung nakikita ko sa phone ko. Okay. So, malalaman nyo rin yan kung ano yung mga pwede nyo makita na data sa phone nyo at saka dito sa website kapag nakapag-login nyo. So, as you can see, so sa mga nakakaalam, sa T. Alonso ako nagbo-board. Okay, nagre-rent lang ako dito. So, ito yung location na magpapakita. And then, pwede ka pang magdagdag actually, maliban lang sa map. So, punta lang tayo sa all devices. And then, click nyo lang tong device na gamit. So, yung gamit ko is yung Galaxy S7 Edge. And then, from here, you could see that we are in sync with each other. Like, online yung cellphone ko. Okay? So, push connection is active. So, from time to time, naging active saka inactive yan. Okay? So, depende sa internet connection nyo. Okay? So, magpapakita naman kung kailan siya last na na-update. So, November 23, 2020, 1:42. Okay, so 1:43 na ngayon, so delay lang siya ng 1 minute. Alright? So from here, pwede mo makita yung mga basic information ng cellphone mo and so on and so forth. And then ito naman yung, oops, wala na. Ito naman yung location. Alright? So another thing that you can do is, so pwede kayong pumunta dito sa cockpit. So mas maraming sensor na magpapakita dito. So click nyo lang to, parang yan, yung mga square yan. Go to cockpit. Medyo mabagal ang internet. So wait lang natin. And then, under cockpit, so, kanina devices to, ngayon groups na siya. Okay. So, punta lang kayo sa groups, phones, Galaxy S7 Edge. And then, ito na yung parang pinaka main home mo or pinaka main interface mo dito sa Galaxy S7 Edge. So, actually, pwede mo siyang ipa-vibrate. So, makakontrol mo siya itong cellphone. So, click nyo lang tong vibration. Ayan, nagba-vibrate na tong cellphone ko ngayon. So, to turn off ko lang, pwede rin kayo mag-send ng message. Okay. Like, hi. So, hindi ko lang makikita nyo. Hindi nakita. Masyado kasing maliwanag. So, magpa-pop up yung word na hi dito. So, parang pwede siyang messenger, as long as active yung dalawa. So, ito yung signal or, Wi-Fi signal ng cellphone ko. Okay, kasi naka-indicate naman dito. Signal strength Wi-Fi. Alright, so, yan. So, pabago-bago. And then, meron tayong smartphone sensors. So, dito, ito na yung mga pwede nyong pagkalikutin. So, marami tayong klase ng sensors. So, punta lang kayo dito sa, I think it's under Data Explorer. So, check lang natin to. Data Explorer. Ayan. So, maraming sensor. Merong acceleration, barometer, pwede rin yung compass, pwede rin yung gyroscope, and laxometer, and then yung strength or signal strength ng Wi-Fi. So, yung activated kasi sa akin ngayon is yung acceleration. So, ito is naka-real time siya. Pero pwede mo naman palitan like every minute or last 1 minute, last hour, last day, and so on and so forth. So, ang gagawin ko is i-custom ko lang para real time talaga siya. So, ito yung phone ko. Okay, nakasync na to ngayon. So, yung accelerometer or acceleration is kapag umiikot yung phone mo, okay, so dapat gaganon-ganon din yung sa bar graph. Okay, so as you can see, real time to, iniikot ko. Yung nakikita nyo ngayon sa graph is yung, yung paggalaw ng cellphone. So, pag hindi ko na siya ginalaw, ganyan lang. So, dapat steady na lang siya. So, wait natin siya. Siyempre, may konting delay siya. Hindi siya real-time na real-time. Oops, last minute pala to. Custom dapat, custom. Ayun ang custom. And, so, as you can see, naging stable na siya kasi hindi ko na ginagalaw yung ating cellphone. Okay. So, that is one sensor that you can have regarding with this one. So, kung hindi nyo alam yung meaning ng acceleration sa cellphone natin, yung X, Y, Z, so pwede nyo namang i-search or you can always ask Mr. Google, okay? And then meron tayong barometer, compass, gyroscope, and so on and so forth. Alright? So, for now, iiwanan ko muna sa ganitong kalagayan, okay? So, ano ba? So, I was thinking on the things that you can do, okay, or the things that you can figure out regarding with this application. Kasi super limited lang yung sensor natin. So I hope meron kayong maisip na kakaiba na pwede nyong gamitin with the use of those sensors. Like for example, okay, so kukunin ko na tong idea na to. Okay, so ito na yung parang pinaka-final project ko, okay, as a demo for the sake of doing a demo. So, itong acceleration na to, itong tatlo na to, is pwede ko siyang gawing project na, let's say, nahulog na pala yung cellphone ko. Or, gumagalaw pala ng sobra yung cellphone ko. So, pwedeng nagta-travel, or pwedeng maglalakad, or pwedeng tumatakbo. Okay? So, in this case, pantay-pantay lang siya kasi yun. Medyo may konting ganun kasi nanginginig yung cellphone ko. Siyempre, hindi naman siya constant na ganyan lang. So, pag nilapag ko yan, saka mo makikita yung straight na line. Okay, kapag completely at rest siya. So, yun yung isa sa mga project na pwede nating maisip with the use of acceleration. So, habang hindi ko pa nadidiscuss yung iba, I would like you guys to come up with something or with an idea kung paano nyo magagamit yung barometer, yung compass, yung gyroscope, laxometer, or yung strength of signal ng Wi-Fi. So, pwedeng combination, okay? So, pwedeng lahat. Okay? I-propose nyo lang yung idea nyo. So, yan, nagpantay na kasi iniwanan ko na yung cellphone ko dito. So, at rest na siya. So, yun lang naman. So, iwanan ko na dito. And then, kayo na bahala mag-isip kung ano yung mga pwede nyo magawa using the sensors of your smartphone. So, no reason na hindi nyo ito magagawa kasi lahat naman tayo may smartphone. Okay? So, any question or clarification so far? Doon nga pala sa mga magre-register pa lang. So try to search on how to do that one step by step sa YouTube para mas masundan nyo na lang yun. Okay. So first, download yung Cloud Sensor app and then panoorin nyo yung tutorial ni Sir kanina kung sino man yun nasa YouTube na yun. Right? So any questions so far or clarification?
None, sir.
Okay, sure. So meron pa tayong 7 minutes, to talk about your concerns. So for now, kayong 5, okay? So 5 kayo, di ba? 3 grupo. Kalikutin nyo muna to and then alipin nyo kung para sa ba itong barometer, para sa ba itong compass, and ano ba yung pwede nyong gawin, okay, as a proposal project para parang useful yung data na nakukuha natin dito. Okay. So pag ganito, pag straight line, ano na nangyari? Kapag ganito yung line, ano ibig sabihin nun? Okay. And so on and so forth. So, eto na lang muna sa ngayon, yung magiging initial final project, no? So, kung may madagdag tayo, then dadagdagan pa natin. Since saglit lang naman gawin to. As long as you're connected with this one, then you're good to go. And then as long as you have the brilliant idea with the use of your sensors in your smartphone, then that's already it. So, with this final project, ide-demo nyo na lang sa akin, okay? So, we're going to have a 4-hour class maybe, wherein you're going to demo your final project. So, meron pa kayong actually like 10 days since yung exam nyo naman is like December 3, 4, and 5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So, you guys have 10 days. So, as early as of now, so brainstorm now on how to come up with a brilliant idea with the use of those sensors. Okay.
Sir,
So,
kailangan bang working project?
Oo naman, kailangan working. Kailangan may nakikita akong data. Don't worry, yung working project na sinasabi ko naman is with the use of your smartphone lang naman. Just let me know. Okay, ito na lang. Just let me know kung hindi working. Though, yan, kung hindi working yung smartphone ng iba, pwede naman yung smartphone na lang ng isa sa inyo. Okay? So just come up with one good idea na kayong 5 na. Okay, hindi naman dapat magkakaiba kayo. So just one idea na kayong 5. So 3 magkakaibang ideas. That is why magkakaroon tayo ng proposal next meeting. Okay, so paunahan na lang. Okay, so pagka-open or pagka-start natin ng Zoom meeting, so sabihin nyo na yung mga proposal nyo. Okay. So sir, group 1, ito yung mga letter A yung apelido. So ito po sa amin, ito po yung proposal namin with the use of the Cumulacity IoT. So ganun naman. Any other concerns so far? So how about the others? Mr. Carino?
Yes, sir.
Question, Mr. Carino?
Sir, not sir.
Wala pa sa ngayon. How about you, Mr. Romero? Mr. Dait? Mr. Kagiwa?
Wala pa. Sa
None, sir.
ngayon.
So wala pa sa ngayon. So pagkakaroon kayo ng question kapag na-experience nila. Okay, kapag nagkaroon na kayo ng problema. So wala pa ngayon kasi hindi nyo pa naman ginagawa. Anyway, so how about you, Mr. Dumagat? Mr. Santiago?
Wala pa sa ngayon, sir.
Wala din, sir.
And Ms. Escaparte? Alright, so wala yata si Ms. Escaparte. Not sure where she is right now. Pero, okay. So, hanggang doon na lang muna. So, kung may time kayo, okay, that's a good thing na pwede nyo gawin yung mga, yung actual sensors. Or kung may pera din kayo, okay. So syempre, problema din yung pera. Pero since ito lang yung naisip ko, if you can still come up with other sensors around you that you can use, then feel free to use that one. Pero ito kasi yung pinaka-efficient na nakita ko with the use of smartphone. Okay. So hanggang doon na lang muna. Okay. So for further instruction, kung meron pa akong maidagdag, so we will discuss that one next meeting. Alright? So if you guys don't have a question anymore, so you may now leave and have your lunch if you haven't ate your lunch yet.
Sige, sir. Take care.
Alright, so goodbye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Happy lunch.
Sige, sir.
Alright, so Miss Ria, you have a question? Alright, so I think Miss Ria is not here. Anyway, so I am ending this meeting now. So goodbye and then see you next meeting, Miss Ria.